Welcome everybody to George Stevens Academy's virtual volleyball parent meeting. My name is Bonnie, and tonight we're going to talk a little bit about our program, our expectations, and the fun that we're going to have during our volleyball season. I'm going to introduce Stephanie. She's our new JV coach this year, and we're so excited to have her along with us. And of course, Miss Alita Schmidt is coming back.
She's a Mrs.
Coming back as our varsity coach. So this year I'm taking a different role, and that is of a volunteer coach due to time constraints, and hoping to have some time to help both Alita and Stephanie in their roles. So I'm going to let Stephanie talk a little bit about herself and the JV program.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Hess. I am the new JV coach. I am very excited to get started in working with Bonnie and Alita and with George Stevens Academy. We do have two teams here at George Stevens. We have a JV team and a varsity team. Our JV team is full of people from beginners all the way to people who have played maybe 1 or 2 years. So please do not be shy if you don't know the game of volleyball. We are happy to teach you, working from your very basics into how to play a very competitive game of volleyball. While there are two teams, we are one whole team together. We fully believe in working together and having this great teamwork amongst all players and coaches. Our practices are going to be every day during season, that is Monday through Friday. We will have games scheduled during the week, as well as a possible Saturday game. With COVID, that might still be up in the air, but just prepare Monday through Friday, possibly Saturday. Alita?
Hi, I'm Alita. I'm the varsity coach. This is going to be my 4th year coaching here. Every year we've gotten just a little bit better. We went from my first year not winning a single game to last year playing in the semifinals for states, so that was kind of exciting. I was just going to talk to you about some of our expectations for the team for both JV and varsity. It is a huge commitment because we practice every day or have a game. We understand that you're out late and you have homework and you have tests to study for and all of those things. We are going to be committed as well. We're going to be there every day. So we have a contract that we're going to have each of the girls sign with their parents that just goes over some of our expectations for the team. And some of those are that we expect you to be at practice, and if you're not going to be at practice, the girls need to let us know. We don't want to hear from the parents, we want to hear from the girls themselves so we can talk to them. What we consider an excused practice is anything that's a family emergency, doctor's appointments, or any school scheduled events. So if you go on a field trip, if you have driver's ed, haystack, if they're still doing that this year, those are things we consider excused. We have expectations that the players ride the bus to the games. You're allowed to ride home with your parents afterwards. I don't know if that policy is going to change because of COVID, but in the past that's been our policy, is we all meet at the school, we ride the bus as a team, and then if your parents want to sign you out afterwards, they can do that. And then we have an expectation that varsity players are present for the JV game so they can support their teammates, they can cheer for them, they can learn from them, and then JV players are expected to stay for the varsity game afterwards so that they can do the same thing. They can support their teammates, they can cheer for them, they can learn from them. And we just want to emphasize that our girls are students first and athletes second. So we have a big belief that schoolwork comes first. If you need to take a day to get caught up on schoolwork, if you need to talk to us and let us know about your grades and make sure they're in good standings, like, we want to hear about that, we want to be involved, and we want you to be really good students and really good athletes. I think that covers it.
Okay. So with the sport of volleyball comes a little bit of equipment, nothing too terribly expensive. We do like for you girls to all have a pair of good court shoes that have never been worn outdoors to protect all of the gym floors that we're going to be playing in. Knee pads, and those can be purchased locally at Olympia Sport or Dick's in Bangor. And of course the old Amazon sure does have lots of choices for knee pads, and they're not terribly expensive. The expectation is also to make sure you're well hydrated and that you bring a water bottle with you to games and practices. And as a student athlete, you'll be responsible for making sure that you have all those things with you when we travel as a team and you come to practice prepared with your knee pads and your sneakers and your water bottle. And one of the big things that we've always had a little bit of discussion about is jewelry. I am a big believer that we always struggle with that, and that it's not our choice as coaches. We all wear jewelry ourselves, we love our jewelry, but because the Maine Principals Association and the National High School Federation of Sports mandates that you don't wear jewelry during play or practice, is one of our school mandates, is to not have jewelry. So please, if you're thinking about having something pierced between now and the start of school, don't. Because if you cover it up with a piece of tape, that's not acceptable. The jewelry has to come out. So I'm a big proponent of making sure that nobody wears jewelry, and it's incumbent upon the captains of the team to make sure that their fellow athletes and teammates are not wearing jewelry. I know it seems like a kind of a silly thing, but it's for your safety. We don't want any ripped ears or anything like that. But that being said, we're really, really excited to have a season this year, and hoping that we all can have a great time and just have fun doing volleyball.